his back. Look at his back and a little bit towards his front there. He's been doing that procedure called cupping that a lot of professional athletes do as a terms way of recovering. I haven't seen a lot of that, Brian.
Well, you know, his nutritionist, which is Pauline, which I brought to their camp because she's Terrence's nutritionist, and that's one of the things that he likes to do when they get closer to the fight.
Terrence does it as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just hadn't seen that a lot in boxing except for these last year or so.
Brian, you never did describe the trunks with the
I'm trying
fur.
to still think of a name for that.
Maybe the Eskimo look?
Kind of like what Robert Easter was wearing a couple weekends ago.
So here we go. Shakeur Stevonson in the fur taking on Carlos Ruiz in the red, white, and green. He's fighting out of Mexico City, Mexico. One interesting note about Carlos, he's fought 22 times and he has never been stopped.
With this matchup, they're looking for Shakeur to get some rounds in. Let's see if Shakeur can get in here and stop this guy and prove everybody wrong.
If he does, he'll be back right away on the undercard of Terrence Crawford sometime in October.
Stevenson's looked better and better every time he's fought, Brian.
Yeah. He's learning. It's a learning process, man.
Do you see anything that he needs to focus on right now besides just obviously getting more experience?
Just getting more experience, man. You know, one thing about Shakeur, when the fight goes longer and he heats up, he does things that, you know, a lot of fighters that don't do. So, but at first, like now when he comes out, he's kind of stiff, he's kind of tight, but wait till the fight heat up a little bit.
Ruiz not really known as a power puncher, 6 KOs in his 16 wins. Stevonson, 4 knockouts and 7 wins.
It's one thing I'm curious about with Shakeur Stevonson is, can he sit down on his punches and be a power puncher at 126 pounds? I mean, you can't in a guy's career based on the guys that they're fighting, but you know, he has the last few fights, he fights a far more professional. And if he can become a power puncher, given his pedigree, he's a charismatic kid, he can be a player in multiple divisions.
His coach, Coach K, is I'm sure with his grandpa in the corner too, they know what they need to work on for Shakeur to get that power that they're looking for.
And you compare, I mean, Shakeur Stevonson and Teofimo Lopez, the 2 best prospects Top Rank has in their stable. Lopez already has kind of that power to him. He's got the flair, too, in how he fights. We'll see if Stevonson develops that.
Andre Ward, one of the managers of Shakeur Stevonson. And what's not to love so far? Silver medalist at the 2016 Olympic Games. Undefeated as a pro. Really hasn't been tested at all.
Like I said before, those guys, they want the big fights. They want to get tested. You know, with other boxers bring the best out of you.
We'll be back. You're watching Top Rank on ESPN+. We are back here, round 2, scheduled for 8. Featherweight division, Shakeur Stevonson, one of the best young prospects in all of boxing, taking on the determined, rugged, and tough Carlos Ruiz, who's never been stopped in his professional career of 22 fights.
Shakeur was telling me yesterday about, of course, a Newark, New Jersey native, about coming down to Atlantic City to watch Bernard Hopkins fight back in his youth. He's another guy that would like to see Atlantic City become one of his homes.
Actually, I think Bernard Hopkins is sitting right over there.
Yes, he is. I don't think he's probably a pound over 180.
Yeah.
That's if he has cheesecake or not.
I like the way Shakeur is keeping his distance from Ruiz. I'm sure he's looking for that straight left down the pipe.
Do you ever tell a fighter, hey, we're going to try and get some rounds today? Or do you say, go for the kill if you see it?
I'm going to be honest, and I know the world's listening to me. When I'm promoting fights at home, and I know it's going to be a blowout, let's give him a couple rounds.
Entertain him a little bit.
Yeah. Let the crowd see something, get hyped.
Yeah. let's run the ball a couple times before we throw the Hail Mary.
But if I'm in the corner, man, let's go. Let's get this guy out of there.
Don't pay it for overtime.
Got a little bit of a ring malfunction. You can see the top rank black Velcro rope there hanging down.
One thing Shakeur is looking for, he's looking for that straight left. Looking for that straight left. Either straight down the pipe or bring it around.
Shakeur being a little more patient than we've seen him in the past.
Yeah. He's got this guy, Ruiz, got a little experience on him.
Nice 1-2 there from Shakeur.
You know, Shakeur is a really passionate kid when it comes to boxing. I was in Rio and interviewed him after his loss in that gold medal fight, and he was really emotional. He was crying, and he felt like he let people down. The reality is he just won a silver medal for a USA boxing program that has been largely in shambles for the last couple of cycles.
Yeah. That's just a passion that's in him. You know, he's very competitive. When he comes to camp or he's in camp with us, and him and Terrence, they always go back and forth, man. Or Terrence's nephew Trey. You know, either it's basketball, video games, sparring. He gets in there and he spars with Terrence, and they yap back and forth and challenge each other. And I like when Terrence spars Shakeur because Shakeur is fast. He'll push Terrence as far as that speed goes. And I'll try to tell Terrence, just try to time him, but don't put no power on your shots.
A rather pedestrian round here, the second. But Carlos Ruiz probably getting a little confidence. He's hanging in there with this guy. Hadn't really suffered too much damage. And Shakeur, I wouldn't say looks intimidated, but he looks concerned with Ruiz.
Well, I think it's a little bit more just being a little bit more patient. I believe he might be getting that from his grandpa or Coach K, because again, this kid ain't never been stopped. This kid's got almost 30 fights. So hey, you gotta be a little cautious at first until you can get your rhythm down. Once you get your rhythm down and get your distance down with this guy, because he's definitely coming forward. He'll come forward. He'll come forward slow. He'll come forward fast, and so you got to get the speed down, you got to get the distance down, and you got to get your timing down with this kid.
He looked very relaxed in his corner between rounds. There's still a lot of confidence. 6 rounds to go.
You were speaking earlier about your dream matchups for 2019, and I said this in this corner on ESPN Plus, which is hosted by Chris Mannix. That was one of your guests, which I appreciate. I think the big fight for maybe 2020 is going to be Shakeur Stevonson and Ryan Garcia from Golden Boy, if they can make that fight happen. 2 young prospects, good looking, good social media followings, and they're already chirping at each other online.
Yeah, certainly possible by the end of 2020 that one or both could have a title. So that's certainly on the list. And you could throw Michael Conlon into that mix, too, at the end of 2020.
They clash heads there. But is Conlon at the level of Stevonson?
No. When you compare the two skill-wise and what they've accomplished as professionals, I think Shakeur Stevenson's a head above. I'm still not convinced. We talked earlier about, does a guy have real power when it comes to Christian Carton? I don't know that Michael Conlon has professional boxing power yet, or if he's going to even develop it.
I don't think he does. I think he just has to develop a little bit more, like doing different things in the gym, different exercises. Just like Shakeur, he got to put in that work. You got to put in that work, and you got to learn how to set down on your punches.
So, in your opinion, you're not necessarily born with power.
No,
in boxing. You can acquire it.
Some fighters, what they call, got heavy hands. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you throw, either hand is going to hurt because your hands are so big and massive.
There's a left hand. Nice shot from Shakeur, who's starting to bounce a little bit now. Got him with a jab.
I think Shakeur might have found his rhythm a little bit.
Ruiz almost stumbled on the way in there. Round 3 scheduled for 8. You're watching ESPN Plus, Top Rank Boxing. Later tonight in our main event, Alexander Dimitrenko and Bryant Jennings, 2 heavyweights trying to stay validated in that division, maybe get a title shot somewhere down the road. They have to beat the other, though.
Yeah, it's an excellent crossroads fight in the heavyweight division. Winner takes a step forward. loser might not be able to find his way back to the top.
Yeah, you can see that shakeur stepping on the foot there, Ruiz. You see that a lot when you're fighting a southpaw in an orthodox fight.
Yeah, some fighters do it for tactics. Some fighters it just happens because of how the matchup is made.
I think Bernard Hopkins did that as a tactic every so often in his fights.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice little step in, straight left hand by shakeur. And yes,
got to go to the body though.
Yes, Shakeur Stevonson was named after Tupac Shakur.
I didn't know that.
Well, knowing is half the battle.
Well, he don't ever listen to Tupac in the gym.
He's more of an Eminem guy.
Well, you know, Shakur's mother, Malika Stevonson, considered the musician Tupac Shakur as her poet, and she said she was always going to name her son after him. And it actually happened. Shakur was born a few months after the death of Tupac.
Yeah, best combination of the night there, too, for Shakeur Stevonson. Straight up with the 1-2, and then he comes in with that left hand, big smile on his face. He's landing some decent shots. There's not a lot of them at this point.
Yeah. You know, like I say, you just got to find his rhythm, pick it up just a little bit more. What round we in? 3? 4? We're in the 4th round?
Heading into the 4th.
4th round, halfway through the fight. He should be able to pick it up. If I was this corner, I'd tell him to pick it up. You got to use his legs just a little bit more, just to try to get a little bit more angles out of him, because this Ruiz just going to come forward, and you want to make him walk into something.
You know, I don't know what the game plan is, Brian, but he's fought this fight to this point like a guy that wants to get those rounds, that is looking for rounds. Could be wrong, but the lack of activity has been a little surprising.
Brian, would you describe Stevonson as a natural counterpuncher?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sometimes he like to lead first, and then he like to lead, or he like to throw that feint, then counter.
So you see him in the gym, though. You mentioned he comes in, works out a little bit with Crawford. You can tell when guys have that kind of quality, can't you? When you have that little bit of special something. Does he have that?
Oh, yes, he does. And he's always willing to work. That's the thing I like about him, is good work ethic in the gym. And he doesn't mind trying new stuff either.
What do you mean by that?
Like, for instance, like Coach K, he's a USA boxing coach too. And so when he travels outside the country, he'll call one of the coaches, Coach Red, Spikes, and say, "Can you guys watch Shakeur for me?" And so we do things in the gym that Shakeur is not used to, and hey, he's more than willing to try. He's more than willing to do it. So hey, I applaud him for wanting to learn different things in the gym. Or he'll ask Coach Red, can he work the pads with him, or hold the ball for him, so he's willing to learn.
Shakeur being much more tentative than he has been in his past few fights, where he looked like a bulldozer. Well, Ruiz was waiting to throw that punch for about 10 minutes, wasn't he? Finally got him in the corner and threw it. Didn't do any damage.
These guys are really close to getting tangled up with those feet, though. You see a lot of stepping on the front feet of both of them.
I like the awareness of Shakeur. He's real aware. Got good upper body movement when the shots is coming after him. And Ruiz is coming too.
So we've now reached the halfway point of the fight. How would you rate Shakur's performance so far?
I'll give him a B minus. A B minus. He's doing really well, but I think he, excuse me, I think he needs to take more chances, smart chances. You know, maybe try a different angle, go the other way or something like that, to try to land some different shots. Because if you look at it, he's moving a lot. He's moving a lot to his right. And sometimes he'll move to his left and then he'll throw that left around, or he'll throw the right shot around, or the right shot under to try to get a shot in.
You look over there in the corner, and with probably 25 seconds left in between rounds, Shakur Stevonson popped up and just started walking around. So let's see what happens in this round.
Yeah, he's into the fight now. He done found his rhythm. He done suck off the little, you know how you first get in the ring, you got to warm up a little bit. All that shuck off now.
Todd Grisham, Chris Mannix, Brian McIntyre. You're watching Top Rank Boxing here on ESPN+. Shakur Stevonson, one of the great prospects in all of boxing. 7-0, 4 knockouts. Wouldn't say he's having trouble in this fight, but he hasn't quite figured out Carlos Ruiz, who's never been stopped in his professional career.
You know, Ruiz really isn't doing anything complex. Good shot there by Stevonson. He's just putting pressure on.
Yeah, just pressure with his legs. Not a whole bunch of punches. Just pressuring with, you know, just with his legs, and try to get maybe Shakeur to get him out of to do something wrong that he shouldn't do.
Stevonson always repping Newark. In fact, growing up, he lived on Muhammad Ali Boulevard for a time there.
You know, he's got a great, I'm talking about Muhammad Ali Boulevard. Larry Holmes, I think it's still the case, works in the Larry Holmes building on Larry Holmes Drive.
Well, we were talking earlier about Terrence Crawford getting his own street name in Omaha. Maybe he can open a gym on that street one day.
Oh, that's all residential, man. There's no.
Okay, so Bomac's taking you inside here on all this. We're just like speaking abstractly, like maybe he can get something, a building named after him. No. That's all residential.
Hey, the gym is only like 3 blocks or 4 blocks away from that street. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks.
And those are Omaha blocks. Those aren't New York City blocks.
Don't even need the Waze app when you have Bomac sitting next to us.
See, when I was saying earlier, Shakur should take a little bit more smart chances. He was in good position.
Oh, nice, that wobbled Ruiz, that 1-2.
He was in good position to throw the left under.
Nice job this round by Stevonson going to the body. That should open things up to the head as we move forward.
It looked like Stevonson had him hurt, but it didn't pounce on him. Content just to step in, throw a shot, and get back out is Stevonson.
Doing a little bit of reaching here, Stevonson is.
Do you feel like Stevonson is indeed fighting this fight like he wants it to go the distance?
It's kind of hard to say.
He wants to get the rounds in?
You can see, in some spurts, you can see more kind of loading up on that left-hand side over there with the straight left or the left under. And he's come back with that wide right hook. You know, them are shots that you want to try to get a guy out of there with. But when you're not taking a lot of chances as he's doing, it's hard to tell.
Let's see that moment where Ruiz was stumbled. Right there.
Strong left hand by Shakur Stevonson, connected right on the button, but no real follow there either.
It's like he got his work in, then he got out, got away.
Shakeur Stevonson wearing the black and white. Carlos Ruiz in the green, silver, and red. Round 6 scheduled for 8 here in Atlantic City. Stevonson, who just blew through his last 2 opponents, taking a much more measured approach here against this Mexican fighter who's never been stopped. So what do you do if you're Ruiz now, if you're in his corner? How do you get in there and land some punches on this guy?
Man, you just try to, pick your punch count up a little bit. Just pick your punch count up a little bit and just try to go downstairs, upstairs, and bag him up in the corner. Because Shakeur is taking that Ruiz is coming forward, so he's taking that. So you use that to your advantage to try to get inside.
Ruiz is a little gun shy right now. Maybe he's afraid if he throws that right hand, he's going to get caught with a counter.
And Shakeur does have some speed on him.
Still to come tonight, our heavyweight main event between Dimitrenko and Jennings. Also, the co-main, Jesse Hart back in action, Chris.
Yeah, I like seeing Jesse Hart back. Rebounded really well from that loss. Ramirez won 2 fights in a row, not just won them. Didn't just win them, I should say. Won emphatically by stoppage. Looking to get his 3rd knockout in a row. If he does, could put himself into a good position to get another 168-pound title shot against the only guy he wants it against. And that's Gilberto Ramirez.
And I hope Jesse get that fight. So it's like a mole or bad tattoo on you that you don't want, that you shouldn't have never got, or that girl's name on your body. Dang, why did I get that girl's name on my body? Now I can't get it off.
I feel like if you get a tattoo with a girl's name on your body, you deserve whatever is coming to you.
Unless it's your mother.
Well, I do got my mom.
You want to tell us there?
The I Love Mom tattoo?
Okay.
Come on. Left hand there from Shakeur Stevonson, who's once again playing it very patient this round.
I'm too scared of needles to ever get a tattoo.
And Ruiz's corner saw something to get excited about. Looked like they clashed heads again. Body shot from Shakeur.
You can't say that Shakeur might be fighting a little cautious, a little bit, but I think it may be the coach in me don't want to admit it. The kid is fighting a little cautious, or you want the kid to continue the knockout streak that he's got, but then at the same time he needs the experience. So,
well, when you say experience, what experience is he gaining by really not going for the kill and just kind of staying on the outside, jabbing occasionally?
Yeah, staying on the outside, because this kid is he's not a slow. He's not slow by far. He's not slow, and he's steadily coming forward. And when you look at it, when Shakeur punches, he punches. So you don't want to get caught by anything what they call caught by a dumb shot.
Could hear the booming voice of Joe Tessitore all the way over here. He'll be calling tonight's co-main and main event. But right now, 2 rounds to go between Shakeur Stevonson and Carlos Ruiz. Have you given Ruiz a round in this fight, Brian?
No, I haven't. I'm sorry, it's just been a shutout.
I would be surprised if one of these judges gave him one of the first 2 rounds. Just the lack of activity on the part of Shakeur Stevonson.
Well, Ruiz hasn't exactly chipped in on the activity part either.
No.
Maybe he's just in here trying to survive.
It's been 30 seconds of this round, and we haven't seen a punch landed.
It's the most outlandish pair of trunks you've ever seen on a fighter.
Emmanuel Augustus, man. I don't even think those was in trunks. It's just a flap in the front and a flap back.
Vinny Pazienza had some pretty nice ones back in the day.
Yeah.
Remember Carlos Quintana? He had some. He used to, when he fought Paul Williams, the fight I was at, he had some. They were basically strings hanging off him. The first seems to be in vogue, though. You know, you saw it. You know, Robert Easter, Robert Bunny is his nickname.
Floyd, I think was the first one.
Well, Floyd pioneered a lot in the sport.
I think when he got carried out by those in a chair or something.
Well, Shakeur may win this fight, but I'm not sure he's going to win too many new fans with this style of fighting. Just as I say that, he lights Ruiz up. Maybe they just haven't let him out of his cage yet.
It's our friend Chris Algieri. Nod to him.
He'll, let's just hope he'll pick it up a little bit.
There's not much time left, Bo Mac. We're in the 7th round, scheduled for 8.
He's not throwing many punches this round. What is it, like 5 or 6 punches? And he's doing a little bit of reaching too.
Nice 1-2. Again, doesn't really follow it up.
Ruiz is a tough guy.
Yeah.
So he's taking these shots, but you would like to see what 3-4 punch combinations do to him.
I like to see Shakeur go down to the body. Ruiz is taking those shots and he's steadily coming forward.
One round to go.
Those ropes are not holding up pretty too.
Are you yawning?
Yeah. I mean that.
Can we cut that audio? Can I get that audio?
Well, that speaks volumes about this fight, Ryan.
Don't say that, man.
Well, it's true.
Got to see this
It's true.
kid in the gym next week.
We tell everybody how great Shakeur Stevonson is, and he is great.
Yeah.
But tonight, he's not exciting.
Yeah, tonight he's not. He's just taking his time or being a little bit cautious or something like that. But he's doing what he got to do to get the win. But, you know, Ruiz is trying too. He ain't trying much, but he's trying. He's not laying down by any means.
There you see another terrific combination from Shakeur Stevonson, but just not followed up with anything. He continues to be content, kind of playing it safe. You know, I don't know if you take this into account, Bo Mac, as a fighter or as a trainer, but, you know, sitting ringside, you have the owner of this place, of the resort casino, and you know he wants to be more involved in boxing, and you know you're a guy that could be appealing to someone like that. I mean, do you think about that, putting on a show for?
I don't think the fighters think about that. I think it's more or less the trainer or the managers that think about that, because, you know, it's like a employer. If he wants you back, he'll bring you back. You know, that's another paycheck that you can get. So I think it's more of a manager's thought process.
Sure.
Another 1-2 there from Stevonson as Ruiz fires back. So after this performance, doesn't look like Shakeur's taken much damage, if any at all. You'd like to see him fighting on Terrence Crawford's undercard in October?
I think that's what the plan is, because he had told me yesterday that he'll be back in camp a couple days after we get there. So I'm just looking forward for him to be in the camp and working right along with the rest of the crew. Terrence, Jamel Herring, Steven Nelson.
What are those sparring sessions like?
Oh, man, they're fun, man. They talk stuff to each other. They pushes each other. And, you know, fighters learn.
Now, do you have the old Freddie Roach, Manny Pacquiao rule when it comes to knocking down Pacquiao? Freddie used to offer up $1,000 to whoever could knock down Pacquiao.
Well, I try to do that with sparring partners for Terrence, not the, you know, the teammates together.
Has anybody collected money from you?
No, ain't nobody gonna collect that money. and I don't even have it at the time when I say.
You're the guy that cries poor, makes the bet and then cries poor.
What's this, Bomac? Those are IOUs.
Might want to hang on to this one. We're quoting Dumb and Dumber. That shows you how exciting this contest has been between Stevonson and Ruiz. Stevonson never in any trouble whatsoever in this fight.
No, he hasn't been, but, you know, Ruiz ain't putting up a lot.
And it seems like they're both content just to kind of ride this motorcycle off into the sunset. "30 seconds left. Shakeur Stevonson looking for win number 8.
Ruiz is still coming.
Yeah, but as you pointed out earlier, he's coming forward. He's not throwing anything when he does.
Right.
Sort of chasing him down, flicking a jab a little bit, but no combinations. I'm going to go find Thomas Lamont and ask him about that rope move. I got to know. Is that practiced?
I'm going to go find Cornflake. Actually, can I get a picture with him?
And Stevonson doesn't even raise his hands up. Not sure if he's not happy with the performance.
No, I don't think
Spit
he's
his
happy
mouthpiece
with it.
out. Maybe he hurt his hand or something we don't know about. Either way, the official judges' scorecards when we return. Shakeur Stevonson looking to remain unbeaten here in Atlantic City. We welcome you back one final time to Atlantic City, New Jersey. Let's see if Shakeur Stevonson has remained unbeaten as you look at the beautiful boardwalk right outside the Ocean Resort and Casino. Lupe Contreras with the information.
Ladies and gentlemen, they're going all 8 rounds here at Ovation Hall inside Ocean Resort Casino. We consult the official scorecard to determine a winner. All 3 judges turned in identical scorecards of 80 to 72. For the winner by way of unanimous decision, still undefeated, Shakeur Stevonson.
That will do it for us. Shakeur Stevonson, 8-0 now, coming up on ESPN. It'll be just